This is Paul with Nth-Degree, and today I'm thrilled to announce the public beta of our client portal. We've been working on this for quite some time, and whereas we've had a portal into our service with our Mesh app, it is nowhere near as functional as what we've built into this. The ability to one-click schedule with resources on tickets, to be able to see all of your agreement status, the outcomes, as well as the block time. And well, hell, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into it. So we can be found at portal.nthdegree.io. If you hit any page on that and you're not logged in, it's going to take you right here to this login page. Now, you can sign in either with a Microsoft or a Google account. And if you're not an existing client with us, it'll still let you sign in. You'll just be extremely limited in what you can access. In fact, the only thing you're going to be able to access is a one-time Mesh pre-care agreement. But I cover that in our Splunk-based video for our Mesh app. So with this, I'm just going to jump in here. Standard Google authentication on that. And once we're signed in, we can see the overview page. Now, this logs me in as our Nth-Degree company by default. So obviously, I'm not going to have any agreements. We don't have any with ourselves. But this actually calls out a really great feature right here in that if you don't have any agreements, or if your agreements are expiring, or if they are set to auto-renew, you will get a message here. You also have a message if we are within 7 days of a holiday, and it will have a countdown for that, and then finally let you know that we're closed on that holiday. And we can also send messages to clients. So if we have something like an upcoming maintenance, and you've seen some of this functionality in the Mesh for Splunk app. But anyway, this is a pretty cool messaging system. I'm going to get this guy out of the way right here because it's just in the way. Now, if you are part of multiple accounts, you will see that you have a drop down here next to your account name. I am going to go off screen while I switch that over to our development account so I don't show a list of clients. There, and we can bring that back up. Perfect. So you can switch between accounts easily. And yeah, we'll wait for this to come back up. And this is the same development account that we use to show off our Mesh for Splunk app. So we're going to start off here with the usual suspects here. You've got any supplemental costs that might happen to run up. You've got your primary contact and your billing contact for the account. And if delivered through a partner, then you will also have your partner contact for that. This all works identically to the way it is in the Mesh for Splunk app, in that you can see your timeline here. You can filter on an agreement. We can bring that all the way back to the beginning, see the entire timeline, and you notice the table down here is changing as we do this. We can still aggregate by week, day, or month to make this a little bit easier to view. The difference here this time, and unfortunately I don't have an agreement on that. I'll show you that at the end. The difference here is that if you have an outcomes-based agreement, so one of our Cribble Rapid Adoption packages, then it will show you a pie chart showing the completion status of that as a function of the number of tickets. Obviously, those are not counted as block time, so none of that time will render here in the timeline. We can jump over here into our tickets, and we can interface with our tickets here through the portal, as one would expect. We can see the number of open tickets that we have. We can see the average response time for that. If we want to look at show tickets, we can see that this particular account has had 492 tickets, and just scroll through the pages so that it makes it a little bit easier to read. And go ahead and bring that guy back down. Let's go ahead and create a new ticket. We can show off some of the additional functionality in this. So we still have the same watcher functionality. I can add other account of mine if I wanted to, add Greg on this. Here is a new one in that, well, let's change our agreement to Mesh. We can now attach files directly to this. So I'm going to grab just any of the screenshots actually that I used for our Splunk base upload. Same thing with the priority, the watchers, summary, and description. We do accept Markdown in this description, and we'll go ahead and create this ticket. Perfect. So here is where we have some new additional functionality. So right now, if I wanted to get on someone's calendar for this, I could schedule this ticket with the first available service team member. And that's going to be as well. Yeah, everyone's booked all the way out. So getting with a random person, it's going to be as early as 7:30 on Monday. It'll go ahead and fill in the ticket number here, pre-fill your name and your email, and we can go and schedule this. Now, if for some reason this was a priority, we needed this escalated, we needed attention on it now, this then goes to our escalation rotation. And we can see that we have time as early as 11 o'clock tomorrow morning for that escalation. And there you go. We can see the attachment here. Then in the discussion on this, we can see the watchers that were added on this. And we can also put an attachment here in this, in the ticket update. Let's add another one of those screenshots there. That's cool. And we'll go ahead and hit update on that. There we go. And we can see the new screenshot, the original screenshot. Anytime that the client updates it, you will have this orange. And then anytime that the technician updates it, it's going to be this blue color here. So that's kind of, standard stuff for that. If we go back to our ticket list, and go through our, let's use this one because I know it has a lot of comments in it. Let's see, development May, nope, development April. This has, how many? 10 pages of comments on it. So it's going to take it just a moment to load. There we go. We can also see that these comments are paginated, so we can very quickly scroll through them without overwhelming the page load speed. It doesn't have to, well, okay. Just happen to have a big update in there. It's cool. So moving right along, we can see the results of our last MeshCare checkup directly in here. Again, paginated for easy consumption here. Now, we can't kick off, a MeshCare checkup just yet through the portal, but big things coming soon. And then finally, well, this particular account has agreements for that. So some of the other functionality that we have right here, you can update your profile. You notice that it has my picture up here. If we click on this, you can just drag an image right over here, choose an upload, or choose a file to upload, and it will propagate this across all accounts or all of your contacts. We can change our title, phone number, scheduling link, LinkedIn information, and it will only update whatever you've changed. And if I click save, then this will save it on the back end. I'm not going to change any of that right now. So for the account, this is all the functionality that we can't release through the Mesh for Splunk app, because we need to make sure that you are who you say you are at a person level, not just at an organization level. So here are some cool new things that we have. You have an IP allow list for API connectivity to us. Now, by default, that's opened all the way up. But if we wanted to lock that down, all you have to do is enter a CIDR range right here, and we'll just give it the default. Go ahead and click that update. And there we go. We can see that it was added. If that was a mistake, just click remove. There we go, and it was removed. This limit ticket visibility checkbox, if I click that, then what it's going to do is it's going to limit organization-wide to just be able to see tickets that you are a watcher or the contact on. If we leave that off, anyone in the organization can see anyone else's tickets. The API token, I'm not going to click this little toggle right here because someone will be able to screenshot that, but that will show your API token in the event that it gets lost and you need to put it back into, say, Mesh for Splunk or upcoming or some of our other upcoming agents. And it's also worth noting that all of this functionality is only available to the primary contact. Now, if you are any contact in an organization, you can retrieve the API token and you can download current versions of our tools. In the event that the API token or your certificate or private key were compromised, then we can choose to roll the token. As we're downloading this, we can roll the private key and we can invalidate any prior certificates in the event of a compromise. Now, we've got two different things here. One is if I just click on Splunk Enterprise, it's going to download a version for Mesh that is fully primed and ready to go. And we can jump up here and see, yep, it downloaded that. That's going to be preloaded with your certificates, with your API token, everything you need to just install that. You can install it right over the top of your existing Mesh and just install it as an upgrade. Now, Splunk Cloud doesn't allow you to install content that has local or that's pre-configured in a certain way. And that's where this credentials package, comes in. We're going to click this and notice we've got a different, much smaller file. Now, I'm not going to go into it. I'll link the video in the description for this where we talk about how to install that into our Mesh for Splunk app. But the credentials package will work across all of our technology that requires a token, that requires those keys to connect to our API. And then finally, we can, as the primary contact, we can manage our contacts here. So if I wanted to remove someone from the contact pool, I could remove them. If I wanted to add someone, it's as simple as a first, last, and email address. I didn't want to remove anyone that was actually in there right now. But there we go. We can see very quickly added and we can remove it. Again, if you are not the primary contact for an account, then you're not going to be able to use these account management functions. Cool. So you can also give us support and feedback directly through the portal right here. So in the event that, say, you notice a bug or you have a feature request or just want to let us know how we're doing, then we're going to there we go. And we're going to put the feedback, bug, and enhancement. We're going to select bug and hit contact support. Now, this part is not nearly as baked as the service side of it. You can see that we've assigned a ticket number on that, and one of our solutions team members, will reach out to you if they need any additional information on that. Now, finally, I said that I was going to showcase the outcomes on this, and there's a few other features on this. So I'm going to you get to see me for a moment because I'm going to go to a different view on a different version of this. So give me just a second to log out. There we go. So now let's log in again. And this time I'm going to use a test account that I use to demonstrate the self-service features of it. And there we go. We can see right here that this particular agreement is going to expire in 4 days. If I wanted to get in touch with a sales rep, we could get right on our sales rotations calendar right here as early as 7 o'clock Friday morning. But this is what I wanted to show is the outcomes. So right here with this agreement, you get one outcome. That is going to be the readout of that mesh care. And well, that's not really going to do anything. So the pie chart would display alongside the timeline in the event that you had both agreement types. Another thing that let's go ahead and get rid of this guy again. Another thing I wanted to show is that, so for this account, you can see that they're going to have, 2 tickets. Only one of them is going to count toward that. But if I go through some of these other options, to which we don't have an agreement for, you can see a little bit about the agreement types that would give you access to that. And again, you can either hit learn more, which is this one, I think, going to take directly to Splunkbase. Yep. Or we can contact sales and say, hey, I'd like to learn more about this offering. Again, as early as 7 o'clock in the morning, and it will pre-fill all of the information that we need there. Now this part wasn't scripted, so we are going to, we're going to see if I can demonstrate what happens if you sign in with an account that has never been used with this before. And yep, that is not where I meant to go with that. There we go, perfect. So let's sign out of my Nth Degree account. Also demonstrating Microsoft authentication working. It is aware of what you logged into, so the logout routines is going to will be appropriate for the account that you're using. Oh wow, I forgot to switch over to Authenticator app. Huh, that's, I love how locked down Microsoft is. I looked away from it too quickly. There we go. And this is the screen that you're going to get when you sign in for the very first time. It's going to already know who you are, first name and last name and email from your identity provider. And all you have to do is give it a company name, city, and select your state, and we're going to hit register. And that will give you that license for a one-time usage of our MeshCare product. You can see that, first of all the account functionality is gone up here, and it really doesn't matter what page I hit on this. As long as you're unregistered, this is all that you're going to get. Now, in the event that you log into the portal and you're getting a screen like this, and you're an existing client, then please reach out to either the primary contact for your account or your account team to make sure that you get fully provisioned in there. So let's go ahead and sign out of that. Wait for the redirect to work. And there we go. So really, really excited to bring this portal. Thank you so much for your time today. And please feel free to reach out to the solutions team if you have any questions. Thank you.